Hey guys, my name is Francisco Hernandez, and today I'm going to be talking about the Zhiyun Crane version 2. To start off, I wanted to show you guys what comes with the crane, and it's all the stuff right there. And I thought it was really nice how everything was nice and neat. You also get a manual and a cleaning kit when you order from Purdy. You have the upper portion of the handle that's going to be doing all the heavy lifting. You have the lower portion that holds the batteries. You also have the charger and the charging cable, as well as a lens mount attachment to support heavier lenses if that's what you want to use. The bottom of the crane features a thread with an adapter that you can either keep or remove to support either a 1/4 inch or a 3/8 screw. I choose to keep it in place so I can use it with the mini tripod you're about to see. Initially, I did want to show you guys how to set up the camera on the crane, but it's such a tedious process and there's a lot of good videos out there already, so I'm just going to be leaving a link to one that I think is going to help you out the most. I'll also leave the setup instructions right here in case you guys lose the manual, you bought one that didn't have one, or you're just too lazy to look it up online. Although I'm not going to be showing you guys the setup of the crane, I did want to point out something that I learned a little too late, and that's that the camera itself should be stabilized when the crane is not even on. So for example, if you leave it positioned up like that, then it should stay that way. Or when you position it down, it should also stay in place. In addition to being able to support itself when it's tilted forward and back, the crane should also be able to stabilize itself when it's tilted to the left or when it's tilted to the right. Although I don't have it exactly calibrated right in the video, which is why you're seeing it tilt back up a little. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, there are two versions of the crane. And although both versions are pretty similar, I believe version 2 has some key differences that make it worth getting over the original. As you can see, the version 2 has a noticeably shorter handle, which is going to make it easier to stabilize your video. Another key difference is that the buttons were positioned to the front. There's a mode button now, and there's a much larger joystick. The version 2 of the crane now features a sliding mounting plate and a measurement on the side that makes setting up the camera much easier. The version 1 of the crane doesn't have the sliding mounting plate or the measurements, but it's still fairly simple to set up the camera. But I'm all for ease of use, so I definitely recommend the version 2 over the original. I did want to point out that the micro USB port on the side of the handle is only for firmware upgrades, and the port on the top of the handle is to connect the camera to the crane, and that cord is not included. By default, when you turn on the crane, you enter pan follow mode, and you won't have any tilting abilities, but you do have access to some nice panning motions. This mode is probably my favorite because it not only gives me a nice tracking motion, but it lets me turn smoothly if I ever need to change direction. By pressing the mode button once, you enable locked mode, and like the name implies, it locks the ability to do any sort of panning and any tilting. You literally lock the position of the camera where it was when you enabled the mode. This is perfect for when you need to capture the movement of somebody and you don't want to worry about the camera panning off. Press the mode button twice and you enable pan and tilt mode, and like the name implies once again, you get the ability to not only do nice tilts, but also nice pans. And you can even create a nice interesting look when you combine the two movements. Last but not least, when you press the mode button 3 times, you enable selfie mode, and this is going to be perfect for anybody that wants to do any vlogging with smooth video. Before I forget, you can also use the camera upside down in what's called inverted mode, but definitely be careful when you enter this mode because depending on the setup that you have, you can get your camera caught up in the crane. And when I was filming this video, I actually did get the camera caught in the lens, which I'm about to show you guys right now so you can see what not to do. For any of you that want to remotely control the crane, you can do so with an app that's very easy to use. Just make sure that Bluetooth is enabled, and once you see the crane pop up, select it and you should be connected right away. Once connected and you hit control, 2 virtual joysticks will pop up and you'll be able to control your crane. There's also a 180-degree rotation button and a button to level the camera once again. I believe the Zhiyun Crane version 2 is an amazing tool, whether it be just for recording your friend's little dog, recording your friend goofing off during a photo shoot, or when recording behind the scenes videos for your YouTube channel, which I recently did, and I can tell you from personal experience that the video was a lot more interesting and dynamic than compared to when I usually had it on a tripod. If you're interested in getting the Zhiyun Crane version 2, which I highly recommend if you're interested in getting professional quality video, then I have some links in the description that you can check out. If you guys enjoyed the video, it'd be awesome if you can give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Alright, take care guys, and I'll see you in the next one.